What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a walk around and go over all the mods that we've done on this 2023 Ducati Panigale V4. Let's start from the front and make our way around. But you can see here we've got the Ducati Performance by Rizoma mirror block offs. We've got the Spider brake lever guard. I really like these brake lever guards over the Ducati Performance ones. I just like the look and aesthetics of how they did the curvature. So I like my clip-ons a little bit further out from stock, and these Spider clip-ons allows you to make those adjustments. You can go in or out. So looking forward to trying those out. And then here I went with the Brembo 19 RCS. I had the 17 RCS installed on my last V4. I decided to test out the 19s, so I'm going to be comparing that with the 17s because I did have some track days on the 17 RCS, so I have an idea of how that felt, and these 19 RCS should give me kind of a good feel of what the difference are. We've got the Jet Prime quarter quick action throttle, along with a bunch of other Jet Prime control switches, starting with the ignition side and then also the control switches on the left. I just kind of matched them up, went with Jet Prime. And again, those of you who follow my channel know that on my last bike I actually had Ducati bikes. They offer the same functions and benefits. They're a lot more robust than the stock switches. I've had a number of different rear sets in the past, but these initial impression is really positive, and I just like the overall design. Again, I like how you can torque down your pegs without having to disassemble your rear sets. All the screws are out there visible and easy to get to. So when you're doing track days or even street riding, I just like to check the torque some of these screws every now and then, because I've had a bad experience where my pegs actually got loose on a track day. It wasn't these pegs, it was the Ducati Performance rear sets, and ever since then, like I said, I decided to go with these because if you look underneath the peg, you can make that adjustment fairly easily, versus some other designs where you've got to reach in the back and or disassemble the rear set just to torque down that peg mount. And while we're here on the side, you can see I've got the full system Akrapovic exhaust. I went with the low mount exhaust. They're a lot lighter than the high mount. Well, not a lot lighter, but a tad lighter than the high mount. And at the same time, the high mount to me sticks out a little bit too wide. All you got to do is get that lower fairing to go along with it. Making our way to the rear, we've got the NRC fender eliminator kit. Pretty standard. I know there's some other options out there, but I like NRC. And here's another shot of that Spider rear set on the clutch side. And these are GP shift. I like my sports bikes in reverse shift. TTX Öhlins rear shock. I've got that set up for my weight. Looking forward to trying that out on the track, actually. And then with that rear shock, I went with the Öhlins pressurized front forks as well. So you've got the compression and rebound adjustment on the top there. So I just went with the full Öhlins setup, along with the side-mounted Öhlins steering dampener. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't have the steering dampener at the top. I've got it right here on the side. So giving those a try. And I went with the Ducati tank grips. I think they look nice and they do the job. So didn't really need to think about that one, because I think if you look, there's a lot of options out there, but I gotta tell you, these right here, I tried them just street riding at the moment, but they're grippy, and I'm sure they're gonna be just fine on a track day for all you track day riders out there. Since I don't have the Olean steering dampener mounted on the top, I decided to use that spot for my battery tender, get the charger in there. Other than that, that's pretty much all the updates at the moment. I will be installing the Spider top triple clamp, so that's on order. So with that concludes our update on this 2023 Ducati Panigale V4. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.